Winter is here, and you know what that means. Sky-high moisture levels wreaking havoc on your filament. If your prints are snapping, cracking, or just falling apart, it's not your printer's fault, it's the soggy filament. And we're diving into 14 filament dryers and storage boxes that can help you fight back and keep those prints crisp, clean, and consistent. All right, okay, so the first one is Sovol, right here. And some of these, like I said, we haven't even opened, we haven't even printed with yet. I don't know if we've used this Sovol one or not. Sometimes we put them back in boxes. Okay, so tell me a little bit about this one, Mrs. Ellen. How much does it cost?
Okay, so that is the Sovol SH02. It's $45.
SH02?
Correct. They say it's an improvement for them for the SH01.
The SH01, okay.
They said there's triple rings for better sealing.
It's a dual spool holder, rollers on the inside. I mean, it's a pretty simple one. I suppose, I mean, we can plug it in and just see what it looks like. There it goes. Got a little fan on the inside. Temperature, humidity about 43% there. PLA, 50C, setting temperature, fan. I mean, timer. I mean, it is what it is, right? Filament dryers are not super complicated, which is a really weird thing that we saw so many people jump. Ooh, that's nice and warm.
Yeah, 360, they said.
Yeah, it's blowing out some nice warm
heating.
air on the inside. But anyway, filament dryers aren't super complicated to make. And it's, like I said, 2024, everyone was making them. I think that's really interesting. But yeah, Sovol, what's the price again?
That one is $45.
$45. I mean, it's not very big. It's kind of sleek. Good looking latch on the front. Anyway, it's filament dryer, dual spool, yeah. Well, you're probably wondering what I'm doing walking on this. So let's pay some bills for the upgrades in the studio. And here's a little message from our sponsor. Just like filament absorbs a little moisture in the winter, winter causes us to absorb a little moisture too. But lucky for me, FlexiSpot sent over their 2-in-1 walking treadmill so I can unabsorb all of that turkey, ham, pie, stuffing, and candy this holiday season. And I get to do it all while staying inside and getting work done in the studios. I wonder if I could do like a 3D printer assembly right here on the bench while I'm doing this. I don't know. This is both a walking treadmill and a running machine. It's lightweight, it's easy to move, and easy to store away. It can handle 264 pounds of stuffing. I'm only about 150, but it has a 2-year warranty, just in case. It has this little wireless remote here to control the 6 adjustable modes and running speeds. Seriously, do people actually work like this? How do you do it? Like, how do you reach stuff? No way. FlexiSpot provides all kinds of standing desks, ergonomic chairs, and walking treadmills, or running ones, to enhance your demands. If you're looking for an easy way to stay active while working from home this holiday season, take a look at their 2-in-1 walking treadmill. It's ideal for adding movement to your day without leaving the comfort of your home. Oh, and use my code on the screen. You can save some money. All right, back to the video. All right, Mrs. Ellen, what's next?
Actually, this one's Polymaker.
Oh, we have used
a lot.
So Polymaker has their PolyDryer and their PolyBox.
No, this is the dryer.
This is the dryer. This is the box. The little boxes, they're designed pretty well, right? So they got these awesome, pretty tough little latches on each side. Takes a spool of filament. There are vents here on the bottom that actually have little feet on them that are not on this one, and I'll show you why that matters. Because see this? Check this out. So this is pretty cool. So this is the PolyDryer, this guy right here. And so when there's a spool in here, there's these little feet right here. And these little feet push on here. And they give it some stability, but they also keep the moisture out. And then you plug this in, pop these off, and take a look at that. Isn't that pretty sweet? And that's how Polymaker did theirs, which is actually pretty smart. It's pretty ingenious. So you can basically buy a bunch of these PolyDryer boxes, store all your filament up on shelves. Like here in the studios, we live on a mountain with relatively low humidity, so we don't really need dryers, which is ironic because all these companies keep sending me lots of dryers. I think probably 20 dryers in the last couple of years. We still use it for like polycarbonates and nylons and things like that, but not so much for PLAs and PTGs. But you may, where you live. So if you have any moisture over 35, like 30%, 35% up in the 40s and 50s all the time or higher, then you definitely need to dry your filament. So anyway, pretty smart little system. You can have multiple of those. There's even some aftermarket stuff that people designed where you can actually put 2 of these. Even dual dryers that feed into 1 or 2 more boxes. It's actually a pretty nice system. All right, Miss Ellen, how much does this cost?
Okay, so the PolyMaker PolyDryer, that means the dryer dock and the storage box is $79.99.
$79? Mm-hmm. Okay.
And now the PolyDryer box by itself, that includes the desiccant, I believe, is $29.99.
$29.99?
Yeah, you put
yeah,
the
and that's a good point because you can put desiccant in here. And there's even a little hygrometer, little meter that you can have installed that comes with it to kind of tell you what the moisture is, the humidity is inside of the box. So yeah, it's pretty cool. What is the next one?
The PolyBox.
The PolyBox. Oh,
Do you
this is.
remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Edition 2.
I bought this years ago.
Years ago.
And look,
It's
never opened it. I bought this years ago and I never opened it. I don't have a knife. These side cutters. Seriously, well, do I want to open it?
I don't know.
Do I want to open it? I kind of feel like this is years old. It's so the PolyBox. So this is, well, just look at the picture right here.
That's a dry storage box, and look at the size.
PolyBox Edition 2. It's a filament storage box. Do I want to open it?
I don't know, but it can hold up to 3 kilograms.
Do you guys want to see it opened? Seriously, I'll open it. Everyone out there on the internet is screaming about how, oh, you have to dry your filament, you got to store it, and you know, and you got to keep the moisture out. And a lot of that is, yes, moisture does get in filament. Absolutely. There's no question about that. It's about how much. And I'm serious, there's so much exaggeration out there and there's so much nonsense. Look at all the filament that we have up on this wall out. My other studio, we have thousands and thousands of spools, right? Not in bags or boxes. But we are in a lower humidity environment. But I bought this because I kind of bought into that hype where everyone was screaming, you have to have it. Dry all your filament.
Not
everyone has to. There you go. That's kind of cool, huh? A little PolyBox. Kind of nice, kind of neat. What is it? What do they still sell this?
Actually, they do.
I think they do, right?
They do.
How much is it?
$64.99.
Okay, $64.99, and it holds 2, looks like 2 1 kilogram spools and probably a 3.
Yeah, a 3. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 2.5 or 3 kilogram spool. That's pretty cool. Got ports here on the top, and it's 60 what?
$64.99.
Okay, hygrometer, ports on the top and the back. Okay, there you go. Cool. All right.
You opened it.
I know. I opened it now. Now it's opened. We have to put it out on the shelf. We have to do something with it.
Okay, next one.
Okay. Oh, the pies. So we have a couple of these Creality pies. And yep, this is one I've already opened. Okay, so we have a couple of these Creality pies. They were sent to us by a couple of people, a couple of different companies. I think one from Creality and another one. I'll have their link on the screen, or their name on the screen, and definitely in the description. But anyway, yeah, Creality, they're kind of cool. Look at that. Kind of like a little space age looking device here, huh?
Cute.
Don't they look cool?
They look cool.
Yeah, kind of cool. Anyway, yep. Folds open. This one's got the power cord, PTFE tube already in here and ready to go. For a 1 kilogram spool of filament loaded in here. Close it up. It's got a touch interface on the front. Simple power cord. Of course, most all of these boxes and dryers you can print straight directly from to keep moisture out. But yeah, they're pretty cool. What is the price on this?
That one is $49, but they do make a dual one.
Oh,
so
yeah, I didn't get sent the dual one.
Yeah, well, that one's $69 because some people want to.
Okay, so how much is this one?
$49 for that one.
$49. Okay. It worked well. We actually did this on a live stream.
We did. It did work.
Yeah, we looked at this on a live stream and it worked out pretty well. It wasn't too loud if I remember. Yeah. So hey, thanks for sending these over, by the way. What's the next one? I don't even know how many we're at. We'll have to put a counter on the screen somewhere.
Okay.
For however many.
Kingroon.
Maybe we'll put a counter right up here. Okay, what is this one?
Kingroon. That's
Kingroon.
box.
This is the dry box. So this is kind of what a lot of people are used to, like cereal boxes. Because people have used cereal boxes for filament for a really long time. So this is Kingroon, right? This is their little dry box. And it kind of like a little cereal box. Got your little pass-through right here for PTFE tube. Got latches on all 4 sides. Space for a desiccant in the bottom. And of course, it's got your little bearing. It has a little hygrometer, right? And of course, this top piece can pop out, right? Open up. And you can put in PTFE tube right there, right? Okay. So that can be there to pass stuff through. And then it has little roller bearing right there, so you can actually just put your spool of filament right there in the middle, and it'll keep everything dry. So once you dry in a dryer, then you can move them into these dry boxes, keep them sealed and closed, and then of course print directly from these. They're kind of nice. What's the price on this, Miss Ellen?
That one's $29.
29? Mm-hmm. Yikes. 29. That's not everybody's going to take $25 spools of filament, and for every spool of filament that you have opened out of a bag, you got to put that into a $29 box to keep your film. Jeez, that's expensive. I mean, we're realists here, right? I mean, not everybody has just thousands and thousands of dollars to be putting into dryers and dry boxes. Okay, what's next? Oh, GratKit. Fantastic. So GratKit's actually been in a couple of videos. I think we did a couple of sponsored videos with it, at least one. So if I remember right, this one, I mean, filament dryers are simple little things. They're not complicated. But I remember this one was built very lightweight. We'll just say that. It's nice. It works. I didn't have any problems with it. It does have the feature tilt like most of them, you know, like if it tips over, the heater shuts off, keeps everything nice and safe. The only thing I really didn't like about it, and it's kind of like one of those after the fact kind of things, the interface on it is a bit delicate. So if you're pushing really hard, the LCD display is kind of ugly. It works really well, but I would say that after comparing it to the year of 2024, with all these filament dryers coming out, GratKit's not on the top of my list for ones that I would probably buy again. What's the price for this one?
That one is $64.99.
64? Yeah, see, this to me is like, this is like a $35 or a $39 dryer. Because I think when you're in that $60 range, $70 range, there's a lot of other dryers out there. It's not bad, so if you own one, they're not bad, they work great. I just think for that price, you can get some others. Some fancier ones, but they're filament dryers. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. They're not complicated. Okay, what do we got?
EIBOS.
Oh,
EIBOS.
EIBOS. EIBOS. Okay, so EIBOS makes really nice stuff, and we appreciate them sending over here. But I remember this, and I'm about to show you this. It's a kit. Does anybody know what happens when you send loyal kits? They remain kits in boxes. So anyway, this is a filament dryer that is a DIY, like you assemble it yourself. I'll show you a picture of it because that's the only way you're going to see it on this channel. There it is right there. Nice. EIBOS, like I said, makes high quality stuff, and we appreciate them sending it over here. Maybe we'll have one of the moderators from our channel assemble it and put it together.
Do it.
Or we guess we could have my son do it. But anyway, there's the base, heater base, nice and big, solid. But the thing is, I just don't have time, or I would totally assemble it. Yeah, I've seen other videos with it. People like it, so. But anyway, what's the price on it?
$119.99.
Whew. $119, that's tough. And you got to put it together. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't spend $119 and then have to assemble it myself. But EIBOS makes really great stuff, and we appreciate them sending it over. Okay, what's next?
SUNLU.
SUNLU. SUNLU filament dryer. 3D printing mate, the PolyDryer S2. Oh, we have two of them?
Yeah. This one we already opened.
Oh, I remember. I remember this one, or these. I think if you're on my social media, you should follow me on X and also on Twitch. Twitch.tv/LDO Go over there. We live stream 3 times a week. Well, right now we're busy, but Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. Pacific, we're over on Twitch. We give out stuff every time we go live, so you should join us over there. But I remember this because this was an Amazon deal, and I think I paid like $8 for 2 dryers.
I think it was a lightning deal, so
it was well, there was like a bunch of coupon codes that stacked, and it was like 2 dryers and a bunch of filament and some other stuff or something like that for like $8. And I'm telling you, like, you should follow me on Twitter because when I see those deals, I tweet them out. And so a bunch of people got this. But anyway, this is a couple of filament dryers. They're actually not bad. They're really nice. They're built well. They're cute though. Look at it.
They're really cute.
1 kilogram. You know what I mean? A couple of rollers in the bottom. They're nice. But one thing I will say, when you're looking at filament dryers, when you're heating filament and there's moisture, the moisture has to go someplace. And over the years, we've seen some companies kind of come into this business. Like I said, filament dryers are simple. They're not complicated. And so some companies come in there and they go, hey, all we have to do is make this plastic shape, like a spool of filament. We put a heater in the bottom and a timer, and we're good to go. And they literally don't test them. They don't send them out to people in the 3D printing world to actually know what they're doing. And they forgot to put holes in the top. Some of these companies have forgotten to put holes, and the moisture just builds up in the top and it really doesn't leave the box. So when you're looking at filament dryers, make sure they have vents. Like this one has one right here. All the other ones we showed you, they have vents. How much is this one, Mrs. Ellen?
That one, for one, is $44.99, but they come in two, a set of two, $80.99.
$80.99? Wow, okay, cool. So it's a black and white one from Sunlu. Yeah, that's it. See, and it was 40? 45?
Yep, 44.
See, to me,
Yeah.
oops, to me, that's a good price for a single spool filament dryer. It's expensive when you start to stack up filament dryers. Anyway, awesome. We'll have the links, like I said, on the screen. Would I buy that one? I'd say yeah, I would. Just because I think the price is really good.
Okay, this one's really cute.
This one,
I just love the way it looks.
this one we opened up on a live stream. Oh, and actually, it was back when Studio B, this studio, when we were kind of doing some other stuff in here, we were kind of doing some test streams from here. We opened this up. This isn't a dryer though.
No, it's a filament box.
Yeah, this is a dry box. Cuter than heck. Look at
It's
this.
so cute.
Look at that. It's pretty sweet. So it's got two ports up here on the top
All this.
that you can print from. PTFE tube here. Yeah, look at that. Really good looking.
So cute.
It takes a battery. I think we ended up putting a battery in it or something. Yeah, battery in the bottom. I remember. But anyway, yeah, filament dry box. Really cute. This is from FAETUS.
Yep, FAETUS.
FAETUS called their cocoon. From a cocoon to a butterfly. I don't know what that means, but there it is. It's pretty cute. What is the? It got tons of desiccant.
Yeah.
This is something else that got sent to us. I don't know what that is. Oh, they sent us a little USB thing, like as a gift. FAETUS did.
Yeah, they did.
Look at that. Cool. Little USB charger thing. A little book. Oh, FAETUS. These are gifts from FAETUS. All right. Anyway, what's the price on this one?
$49.
$49. So this is $49 for a dry box. So it's a cute dry box. Got a cool little interface and stuff on here to tell you moisture levels, things like that. But it is not a dryer, and it's $49. That's just to store a dried spool of filament and print from it. That's kind of spendy. I like it though. But would I spend that for a dry box? If I had a Zoom right now, editor, Zoom, I wouldn't pay that. Okay, I'm at 46 calories burned right now. That's not very much. Okay, Miss Ellen, what's next? One of my favorites. That's a FixDry.
FixDry.
Okay, so this is actually one of my favorite filament dryers. And we've done a couple of videos on this, I think a couple sponsored ones, and then I just included it in videos before because I actually liked it. But this is a great filament dryer. Dual spool, or it takes a 3 kilogram, 2.5 or 3 kilogram spool. It's super simple. Look, I mean, come on. Vents in the top. It's got 1, 2, 6 on top, 2 in the back. Look at this. Really simple to use. The interface is really simple. Set your temperature, set your time. You can print from it, you can dry. It gets nice and hot in there. It'll dry all your filaments from nylons and PTGs. It'll do it all. And if I remember right, it should be around in the $80 range or something. So what's the price on this one?
That one is $79.
$79. See, this is a sweet spot, I think, because FixDry, it's actually one of the most popular things that we've had on the channel. A lot of people end up buying this. But this one definitely is a buy again. It's just a good dryer. Solid. Reliable. And now you see why the cord's been used a lot, because lately, whenever I've printed some nylon for some content, I just have a tendency to reach for the FixDry. Which one is next, Mrs. LM?
Okay, so we're going back in time.
You're going where?
Back in time. Do you remember this?
Oh, my PrintDry.
PrintDry.
Look at this guy. It's like a food dehydrator.
I know.
It's like, that's kind of like what filament dryers used to be, right?
Yes.
So this is a PrintDry, and I bought this when like I said, when I first got into 3D printing, and I bought that along with that Polymaker PolyBox, and I probably ordered them from maybe from Matter Hackers. I know this came from Matter Hackers. But anyway, I have dried a lot of polycarbonate, a lot of nylon, a lot of things like that in here, even some PTG. But this was such a good device. This is PrintDry, and I think they have newer versions out.
Yeah, look how simple it is.
Yeah, it's so simple. Yeah, we'll open it. But check this out. I mean, it's a food dehydrator.
Yeah.
Right? So it's got like little food dehydrator tray. Put a spool in there, spool up here. It's got holes for moisture to get out. It's a nice device. Now, but what's the current print dries go for? Because if I remember right, spendy.
I don't think they even make this one anymore.
Well, they make a different one. They don't
Yeah,
make this
the
one.
newest one is PrintDry Filament Dryer Pro 3,
Yeah.
and it's $199.
$199, $200. This one was expensive.
But it can hold, I think.
Yeah, this one does a couple of big spools of filament, at least a
Yeah.
couple of 2.5s. I like it. I bought it because it was one of the most expensive, but it was one of the kind of most feature-loaded filament dries out there, and it really pumps a lot of hot air. Okay, what's next?
Now it comes with.
Oh,
remember,
the
you
little
have to
storage
buy
box.
separately. Yeah.
So this right here came with it, or no, I bought them separate.
You bought
But
it
anyway, so
separately.
this has the vacuum. Put it
Pump.
right on here. You pump the vacuum out and you can seal it. So these are the dry boxes that come with it. These are actually pretty cool.
Now they updated that. They actually have a motorized.
You have a motorized one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think someone even sent us one. We have one in the house. I just don't remember where it's at.
Okay.
We'll find it.
Once
It'll be in
again-
the next video.
They don't really sell those anymore.
All right. Mrs. Ellen, what's next?
This is my representation.
Are we at the end?
Yeah. This
Okay, this is the last one. Here we go. You ready? This is DIY.
This is representation. DIY.
This is DIY filament drying. Look at this. This is a toaster oven. And you can absolutely dry filament in a toaster oven. You'll get about 1 spool in there. You're going to set that on low. The absolute lowest temperature that this thing will go. It'll actually go, yeah, about 150, about 140 degrees. Yeah, you can absolutely dry filament in a toaster oven. Just be careful because unattended and at the wrong temperature, dangerous. So be careful. Only dry it, monitor it. But anyway, what's the price?
Oh, it's a Walmart one. $19.87.
$19.87. That's what this costs. So you
Yes.
can get a filament dryer for really cheap. Again, this is where it started. People drying filament in food dehydrators, in their ovens at home, in toaster ovens. But I've seen plenty of melted spools in piles and blobs of filament done this way. So be very careful. That's what I would say. All right. Anyway, I think that's it. So would I honestly do it this way? No.
There's so many
No.
options now.
There's so many options now out there. I think that this is not the option to do it. So I don't really recommend that one.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think that's it. So hopefully you've seen about 14 or so options for drying filament, storing filament. But I have one more thing for you. There it is. This right here is slice desiccant. I need a spool of filament. As if I don't have spools of filament laying around. This is actually designed, it's by Slice Engineering. We'll have their name and their link on the screen in the description. But check this out. It's designed to go inside a spool. See it? So it goes inside the spool, which means it can go in dry boxes. Also, you have a Bambu Lab AMS. This will actually go inside the spool and sit inside the AMS. So these things are pretty convenient. I'll have links on the screen, but check them out. How much are they?
$24.99.
2-pack for $24? Okay, that's awesome.
But they're reusable.
Yeah, but they're reusable, they're rechargeable. You just dry them. There you go. Now you have all the options to dry all your filament. Matter of fact, how about this? Comment below on if you're using a filament dryer that we didn't show, and whether or not you do use filament dryers. Tell me in the comments below which one you're going to get. And let me give a huge shout out to our YouTube and Patreon members. I couldn't do this without you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you on the next one. Oh, and if you want to see more awesome content like this, take a look at this video right over here, because YouTube thinks you'll like it.